What's up, traders? Hope you're having a great day. PC Monk here with another Bitcoin video. Obviously, I always have to show this disclaimer that this content of this channel is for educational purpose only, and there's no financial advice. But with that being said, unfortunately or fortunately, we hit our target, which was 28.1 above this orange line. We said we're probably gonna hit this white line, but we didn't. We, stopped a little bit below it. We made a premium, and we obviously took down the weekly high. If I show you guys the weekly, obviously this one would be very, very. So yeah, right here, I think this is the same chart, but I think you guys could see this was the orange line, and right here we took it out. So essentially, this pump was on. If I'm right, just check it. If the pump was on Saturday, yeah, it was on Sunday, my bad. It was on Sunday, and right now it's trying to hold it on Monday. Now, here's the question. Usually, these pumps, they get retraced back down. Now, the question remains uh, whether we want to retrace it all the way back, and by all the way, I mean at least this green line, or we just want to retrace it to this white line, which is 27.4. Now, if I go into the uh, lower time frame, which is 4 hour, we could see there's a fair value gap after a shift in the structure. Obviously, we broke the structure right here to the upside again, and this one we broke this structure to the upside, consolidated here, and had that. And I didn't. I actually had a long around here. I closed it before I go to sleep without this move. And this kind of pisses me off and makes me very upset that like I did not hold that position with a stop loss, because I was pretty sure like this pattern here, we've seen this a lot of times, especially on the 1 hour. We've seen this pattern a lot of times. When this happens and we start to first crawl like this, we could see the upside. It's not like 100%, but a lot of times this happens. You can see it in here, from here, even from here, we start to go up after this pattern. Then again, the pattern occurred here, and then we went completely up. We spiked up. So, yep, I'm kind of upset. I didn't get the opportunity to make a lot of money here, and I didn't make any money. I hope I'm gonna short here and see if it comes back down or not, or I might not short. It really depends when I want to start trading. But right now, I'm kind of upset. I have to move on from this trade that I didn't take any money, because there's always another trade. But hey, emotions kicking in again. Now, I want to say that, like I said on my previous video yesterday, I mentioned that the new extreme to the upside is 29.6. Once we break that, then once we break 29.4, then we definitely gonna see 30K. And that being said, let's take a look at Dixie here. On Dixie, as you guys could see, Dixie's legging down. So this could, make us see another upside move for Bitcoin. But I believe London's going to retrace this move back down. And then on probably New York time, we see another pump to the upside. Hard to tell right now because this pump was on Sunday and not on Monday. So we have to see when the market makers and everybody, wake up, what they're going to do, what they're going to decide to do. With that being said, the Dixie doesn't really look good, and we aim for this area 104 at least. We'll see if it gets there or not. Obviously, on the stock market, we don't have much to talk about because it didn't move at all. So we could see the liquidation heat map right now, as we've talked about it. The monthly, put it there. There was a lot of liquidation, or a lot of cluster of money around here, and they all been taken out. Now what remains is this area, right? And this area kind of worth around how much was it worth? 1.4 billion. Let's take a look at that, if that remains still. And if we go to like Bybit, I think Bybit is important to watch. A lot of market makers there. We could see Bybit has been cleared out as well in the 1 month and in the 12 hours on Bybit. See, we have more to the downside, which is essentially 27.6, 27.4. Hopefully we get there to that 27.4 and we don't stop at 27.6. All right, around here we got some around again 27.6. The highest cluster is 31 million on 12 hours. Now, right in here, we have to see in the one day how did the clusters move. So to 26.5, mamma mia, we got 1.3 or 30 billion. The upside, obviously, right now our target would be 29.4. We got around 598 million. I think we're gonna go down. We have to, don't we have to? I mean, we could go up. If you guys remember that 15K, we never came back down to like around 16 to 17K to retest it. We just left it. So if we're about to like make another huge leg up, this could be, you know, one of those. We just don't come back down and we go higher and higher. Nonetheless, we have to find a good position for ourselves because I'm not in a position. That kind of pisses me off. Dixie, as you guys can see, is just still coming down. Now, I want to talk about something else and then we'll call it the day because I've talked about mostly everything on previous video, which was yesterday on the weekly review, and I said mostly what I wanted to say. Okay, but right now, as we could see, there's still this area to be tested. This area has to be tested, in my opinion. All right, and this area is the area that there's 1.30 billion at stake. So if we come all the way down here, there's 1.3 billion to be liquidated. Okay, now obviously a lot of people, I'm pretty sure, open long around here, around this equilibrium, as you guys could see. All right, in the mid-range, and they went up. Some of them closed their position, some of them did not. So those that did not, they probably gonna get a reality check today, and I'll either get liquidated or hit their stop loss, something like that. That being said, so if I want to talk about the targets, uh, it's kind of hard for me to say we're gonna go higher today. I don't believe in that. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say it's impossible, but I don't believe we're gonna go higher. All right. But you might say, bro, we cleared the 28.1 on Sunday. Why wouldn't we go higher? Right? So that's a possibility. We could just come around this. I mean, that would be very interesting, but we could essentially come to this gap and even go higher to that 29.4 for a touch. Excuse me. A yawn. We could just do that for a touch and then come back down. And if we come back down from here, then I would say probably, around that 27.4. But if you come back from here, I'm gonna say maybe 27.4 or maybe 26.5. There's these two discount levels that has to be filled. Essentially, if we come back all the way down till here, then we literally not only retrace this move, but we retrace this move. There's this fair value gap right here. Let me just mark it with a square. So there's a possibility we are coming into this range. All right, there's a possibility. And there's one more possibility that this candle with this candle will be the range. So uh, obviously we do have the blue line right here. This will be the bottom half of this blue rectangle here. So if you hold above this, if you hold at 26.8, essentially, and it's the mid range of this blue rectangle, then it's kind of bullish. We're gonna go higher, definitely gonna retrace it back up and things like that. But if we lose this and we hit, we come into this equilibrium completely and we fill this fair value gap, not only we fill this, we come into this completely, then we have to see how it wants to react. Obviously, let me just take this one more time. So 26K or 25.9, this is Binance only. I'm not interested in that. 25.9, we have 1.38 billion. So from the 26.5, all right, essentially here, to 25.9, there's only point, or there's only like I don't know how to say it, but not that much of a money. Does that make sense? All right. There's only like let's see here, 400K on Binance, 100K on OKS, 100K on Bybit. So essentially, if you want to summarize that, around 800K, right? So not that much really. But that's why I'm saying if we come around this one, if we retrace it all the way back to this one, around 25.9, yeah, we will have it, come back up and retest the 27.4. But I think if we come around here, we're gonna go lower. And I don't think Bitcoin's planning to do that. Bitcoin has to clear this weekly, still this area, in my opinion. Either this area or this area, which we'll talk about it later. Either 30K or 31K. One of these has to be cleared out, and then I would say most likely we could come down. But right now we're mostly up. Now, one more thing I want to put intact today is Fibonacci's. Oh, this is my main chart, guys. So it's always full of stuff. All right, let's take a look at the Fib levels. Let me just draw the Fib levels and I resume the video. All right, there we go, guys, and this is the Fib levels. Now, if you guys remember, I always say this 926 kind of looks good for a bearish retest, which it happened, and right now it's holding. This is actually a new hour, and it's holding very good. As you guys can see, it's actually going higher, right? And so we have to figure this out. Um, Yeah, we have to figure this out. But I think it's going to hold around here. It's going to hold. It's going to respect to this level, which is 28.1, essentially, as you guys can see, and comes back down. Slowly, maybe, but surely. That's what I think. And this is the Fib levels. Obviously, the golden pocket right now is around 27.7. Will the golden pocket be in play? Maybe we bounce here, make something like this. Where's my brush? Maybe we make something like this. That's a possibility, right? Or we just, crash it completely. And why am I saying to the downside? Because it happens on Sunday, mostly. I don't believe in pumps on Sunday. And I believe they have to be retraced and then, push it back up, essentially properly. I hope we're not going to see one of these come back down and then start crawling for the rest of the week until like Wednesday or something like that, right? I hope it's not like that and we get some good volatility. But if I'm wrong, if this, analyze is wrong, and obviously I'm kind of influenced by my emotion that I missed this, I could tell. Uh, like I just want to, sit there and cry a little bit and, blame myself. Oh, why did you miss this? You dumb. You should have put in a cell here. You are really, things like that. But I should have put it in a cell. I blame myself for these kind of mess. But anyway, if this gonna goes up, if it's gonna continues up, well, this is a huge momentum. If we're gonna go up, we're gonna see probably 29.6K taken today. If Bitcoin has the possibility, I doubt it. But hey, we should not rule out the possibilities. And if we want to take out what I think we're gonna take out, let me put this on 4 hours. Here's what's gonna happen. We're gonna come around this level. We're gonna come around this level, 29.4. And here is the important part, because this is the origin of the dump, where the dump essentially starts, right? And there's a fair value gap right in here. So if we want to say where we're gonna stop right now, and before we hit that 31K, I would say we could stop around, if I drew another rectangle here, we could say we could stop around here for the first time. For the first time we hit. Now, if we just hit the bottom, which is 29K, then that indicates a weakness. If we hit the top, that indicates, which is 29.4, that indicates bullish or strength. And if you go higher than that, then you definitely know what's up. Thank you guys for watching. Like I said, I don't feel great because of the miss of this trade. I know there's a lot of trades to be made, and I actually predicted this multiple times on my previous videos previous week. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Please support me any way you can. That at least motivates me to trade more. These kind of things, they motivate me to not to trade anymore. I'm not gonna lie. Like, subscribe, boost, things like that, comment, they really help. Thank you guys and stay safe. Hopefully you make some money and stay great.